What's up, YouTube? I got a new phone, so it inspired me to make a video. Damn it! That sucks. We're actually going to talk about the Samurai. Do a little walk around and kind of show you the completed project, I guess you could call it. Completed enough to go wheeling. It's a 1987 Suzuki Samurai tin top. I've got this for now about 5 years. I think 5 years. I think that's about how long I've had it. And it came as a pretty capable rig as I bought it. It was already caged. Had a propane kit, some 35s, locked front and rear Toyota axles, and that was like awesome. I came from Jeeps and they're like, mine wasn't really that capable, so having something small and nimble and fun and kind of something I can beat on was a good change. I think that really elevated my wheeling experience. So whatever, anyways, 1987 Suzuki Samurai. 3.4 Toyota motor, R151F transmission, 5-speed, and running duals, 228 and 47 in the rear, standard stuff. Axles on it are the Rock Assault matching offset pinion axles, so the back is offset, I don't know, maybe like 6 inches or something from center. It matches the front. I got those from, if you watch Nate, which I'm sure you do, on Dirt Lifestyle, he actually bought the old Samurai that used to be on Extreme 4x4. And small world, I lived pretty close to him and was able to snag them for sale, or when he put them up for sale. And I got a pretty good deal on them. And then it's kind of, I guess, what's the word I'm looking for? Sentimental, because I grew up watching that show. And it was kind of cool to own a piece of history, which is pretty neat. I mean, they're Toyota axles all in all, but at least they're built, they're fully built. I think they're Bobby Longfields in the front, 6 shooters, full hydro. I put the full hydro on it, and from Trail Gear, and everything else is basically what it was. They were both high pinion axles, and I actually ended up taking that high pinion out of the rear, and I sold it and put a low pinion in just for strength purposes. I sometimes have a heavy right foot, and I don't trust having a high pinion a little bit weaker in the back, so traded that out. It's got 14-inch air shocks all the way around, which will someday get replaced with coilovers, but I just wanted to get this thing on the road. Running a front anti-rock Curry sway bar, and that helped tremendously on the air shocks. It was really bad before I got that sway bar put on, and it made a world of a difference. Beyond all like kind of the bolt-on parts of the stuff that you buy, everything was welded by myself, but I ended up cutting the frame in the front. I stretched it who knows how much, but I kind of took the peak of the frame, cut it, straight barred it with some 2x4, did all that frame tie-in stuff. I've never done that before. And that was a little bit nerve-wracking. So far it seems to be holding up. Nothing has folded in half, cracked, or caught on fire, which is a big plus. The Samurai is quite a learning curve for me. A lot of the stuff was new. I did 4-link suspension on it. I did the rear on it as well, like 3 or 4 years ago. And learning kind of how to use the geometry calculator was fun. So I kind of got a little bit of practice before I did the front, because I knew that was going to be a little bit more involved with just working steering and trying to fit all the parts in there with the motor in the front. So I just kind of wanted to get my feet wet with doing the back first. And it actually fits the platform comfortably. It actually handles pretty good with the sway bar now, but it handles really good. And it's zippy for what it is. I mean, it's on 40s and it's not really that light anymore. I would say it's maybe somewhere in the range of 3,500 pounds now. It was 3,100 pounds when it had Toyota axles and 40s, but it had the stock 1.3, and not much else was different. So the drivetrain on the Samurai was maybe like 2 feet long. It's so short, there's not much material there on that drivetrain. And then dumping this whole contraption Toyota stuff was like, I think I measured it was like 60 inches long. So 5 feet made my rear driveline, even though I'm stretched quite a bit in the rear. My rear driveline is still like 20 inches long or something like that. And then the front is like triple that. But anyways, so that was kind of the hardest part, was making the packaging fit, but it's not really designed to be like a show car. So I just kind of cut what I needed to and then just put it back together to make it at least, you know, presentable. But it's not like a showpiece by any means. It was more to get done and be kind of like a woods beater in a way. But like, I used to have nice stuff, but I didn't start nice, so I didn't really care to make it super nice anyways. So yeah, I mean, it's been fun. I've had a lot of fun with it, and it's nice to now be able to hop in and go. Minor quirk stuff I gotta fix. It's got a parasitic draw, just small stuff. Other than that, I'm able to take it and go wheeling, except for drive it on the pavement, which is a bummer. But that is now gonna be up to the Jeep, which I'm now starting to fix up. And that's gonna be a whole nother kind of video series, just kind of what we're doing to it. It's my wife's, and it's got some sentimental value to us. So we wanna kind of bring it back to life a little bit and make it more of like a woods, not a woods beater, but go out into the woods and have like a nice evening with the top off, and you know, go for a nice drive or something. Where as this, I'm bound by my trailer, which kind of is getting to me a little bit, because I used to drive my rigs to the trail, and then it was kind of more difficult that way. But this is kind of a totally different ballgame. But anyways, yeah, we wanted to kind of start working on something that's more road friendly, where this one doesn't provide me any of that at all. It's very stressful. So as long as it hasn't caught on fire and it hasn't split in half, I don't care anymore. It has been such a big relief that nothing seems to be going wrong fabrication wise. Besides all of the tube work that's kind of around the A-pillar and like the top of the Samurai itself, that was all there. But ever since I've owned it, I've done all the front tube work on it. I did all of the winch plate and the frame extension, obviously. I did all of the fabrication and brackets bought from Barnes, but welded all that together. Did 4-link front and rear, and just all the other odds and ends, even the side tubes, all of that stuff. That was all me and my buddy Jason. He's got a tube bender. So that's been a lot of fun to learn how to do too. But I guess what I'm trying to say is I'm happy with how it turned out, considering before this, I was not like a hardcore wheeler, and I'm still not. Just because I have something that's capable obviously doesn't make me a good wheeler, but it's more fun to point and shoot and get really technical about stuff. And it's also fun just to get out and test your capabilities. Just get back to me if there's anything that I missed, or that you are kind of want to know how it worked in a Samurai. I know there's Samurais all over the world. It's not an uncommon motor, and it's not an uncommon vehicle. It's just something that you don't really see very often. So I don't know if there's a whole lot of information about fitment questions specifically for Samurai stuff. It's not an uncommon swap, at least that should be desired more often, just because of the fact that it is Toyota reliability. It's 3 cylinders deep instead of 4, which is a huge plus for spacing. And really width-wise, minus the frame being really narrow on these cars, is that it actually fits really well. My frame, I think, man, damn chicken's going crazy. My frame width inside dimension, in between, I think is like 20. You really can't go much lower than what it's at right now, just because I've already got it as low as I possibly could because I didn't want to chop the hood open on this thing. It was kind of the main goal was to keep it looking like a Samurai the whole time. I know like the buggies look sweet, and like people remove the fenders and they just keep a hood, and it, like, trust me, I love that look, but it wasn't the look I was going for. And I kind of wanted something where it's like, holy shit, there's a 3.4 in that thing. How did you fit it with the fender and the grill and the hood, like all stock, no stretched or nothing, you know? So that was kind of like my main goal, just to have something a little bit more unique in that sense. And it was also a challenge, and I couldn't probably gain another 1/2 inch and it would have not fit, honestly. I mean, by the time I took the fan off the front of the motor, because it was a clutch fan, and I put an electric fan on the front of the radiator, I already have the smallest radiator that I could find. Like smallest radiator I would say that I would be able to say fit would be an XJ radiator, because they're not very tall, but they're real wide. And I measured that out after I had got it all done, and still don't think it would have worked with having headlights and trying to keep the grill in one piece. I did find that little small pizza box radiator, and it's a 1 core, so it's questionable what the actual temp is. I don't have a temp gauge. I've only had it too hot like one time, and that was because I wanted to see this whole Toyota limiter life, and I was on a hill in the snow for probably like a solid 30 seconds on the limiter realistically, and then high throttle the whole time before that. So I'm not super surprised that it got a little warm with the size of that radiator. But other than that, it's been pretty problem-free cooling wise. Well, I hope that's some sort of clarity or maybe an interest to any of you guys. I think that overall, I'm just really happy with how it still looks like a Samurai. I'm just really proud of it, and it's taught me a lot. And I'm now more able to do some more hardcore stuff, and it's just ready to go. I think it wants to go somewhere. You want to go somewhere? So I think we're going to go ahead and take it out tomorrow and enjoy the sunshine. And if you see a video, you see one. If not, too bad. Thanks for watching.